Hello Mzansi and welcome to your fresh news updates. I hope you guys are doing good cause I'm doing well as well. And I have some fresh new updates for you guys for today. And on our first topic, Big Zulu fires shots at rappers in the Mzansi hip hop scene. With a new single titled 150 Bars, the song dropped a few hours after Cassper dropped his single called Put Your Hands Up, receiving cold feedback from social media, especially Twitter. Let's take a look at some comments and see what the public thinks. With this user at Mlindo FBK says, nah, Cassper has completely lost it now. This Put Your Hands Up song is whack and somebody who is supposed to be bringing back hip hop, no way bro. And with this user at _it's_me says, I am typically a Cassper fan, but the rap hook from Put Your Hands Up is one of the worst I've heard in this career. I'm sorry, but I expected better. And with the last comment from a user called @umrepawabantu, he says, if what Cassper did on that track, Put Your Hands Up track, is a resurrection of hip hop, I'm afraid we have a ghost in our midst. Hip hop ivugispogo. And moving right along, the Mali ending hitmaker seems to have some personal bars and fire shots at Cassper Stogie T, KO, Duncan and Dabayaso Dubai, MT and more, including Slick Talk. After taking a listen to both songs, I personally love Big Zulu's song because it takes me back to the battle era of hip hop and the fact that he's rapping the truth without feeling apologetic about it. Now let's look at social media and see what the public says about the 150 Bars by Nkabi Records. And with this user at @advoberryru, what Big Zulu did to MT about the Mercedes tattoos and his garage is empty, cannot be undone. The chest pains were felt by me, imagine on MT. I don't like what Big Zulu said about MT. Hashtag 150 bars. And with our second user, the comment says, Big Zulu just sent the entire hip hop industry into ICU, which is still the same user. Hashtag 150 bars. I will personally agree. Big Zulu did send a lot of people to ICU with the amount of shots that he shot at people. Nobody survived those bullets. Even some people got hit by stray bullets. I am for real. And our last user at Lunga_Mnina says, someone please check on MT cause Gooby, Big Zulu just dropped a bomb. Hashtag 150 bars. And they've referred a line from the song which says, Mercedes entanyeni kodwa amagarage are empty, which roughly translates to you have a Mercedes logo on your neck but your garages are empty. Get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Moving right along, and on our second topic, Zakes Bantwini set to announce his retirement from music after 15 years. Man, Zakes Bantwini is a legend. He's been dropping hits after hits. He's produced so many people, and those are hits as well. He has done so much in the music industry. So I wouldn't be really shocked when he says he wants to retire. Maybe the guy just wants to focus on his family and do other things. Maybe run his businesses and do other things else, man. So yeah, I would also retire from music after 15 years, man. You know, the industry can quite be stressful the way I see things happening. So yeah, and the article continues and says, Bantwini, who was born as Zakele Madida, has been traveling and playing all across the world non-stop for a while now. Thanks to the massive success for his record-breaking single Osama and his following up Imali, now Bantwini is set to close off his music career with the release of a new album titled Abantu. A media release from his company independent media group Africa Red, Bantwini has confirmed his final studio album titled Abantu, set for release in November. Bantwini will be announcing his retirement at a media briefing on Friday at DHL Stadium in Cape Town. This album follows his largely successful multi-platinum selling album Ghetto King that features his hits such as Osama, Imali and The Girl in the Mirror. Read the release. And then went on and add that Abantu will be commemorated to an Abantu music concert that will take place in Cape Town on November 19th at the DHL Cape Town Stadium. Zakes Bantwini will be joined by his industry colleagues as well as stunning lineup of South African recording artists alongside international guest appearances. It included. It's still unclear as to where this announcement will mean the end of his touring and live performances as well. He also posted on Instagram with a video with a caption that says, "Growing up in the township, the easiest thing to do was to pull a trigger to get what you want. I always knew I never wanted that for myself or my family. So instead, I chose a longer route. I decided to pull myself out of the environment through going to school and studying towards my dreams. I took my only shot at music and the rest was history. Today, they call me the Ghetto King." Man, that's inspiring, man. Getting yourself out of a toxic environment where a lot of people are inspired by criminals and gangsters, but he was inspired by the music, and look at him now, man. Look at him now. And for our third and last fresh update, DA leader John Steenhuisen calls his ex-wife roadkill on the latest episode of Podcast and Chill with Mac G. Tweeps dragged DA leader John Steenhuisen after he compared his ex-wife to roadkill. In his interview with Podcast and Chill with Mac G and Sol Penduga on Thursday, Steenhuisen tackled the topics of drugs, racism, corruption, load shedding, and the issues in the government. After an hour into the show, Mac G picked Steenhuisen's brain on a few quirky pointers about politicians' personal lives. Steenhuisen has been married to Terry Boutmont since 2014. Before this union, he was married to Julie Steenhuisen from 2000 to 2010. But according to Steenhuisen, he fell into love with Boutmont, who was married to a provincial director, Michael Boutmont, at the time, and made her his wife. Steenhuisen responded, "It wasn't her, it was me. I told her that I met somebody. I fell in love with her and she's now my wife." Mac G asked Steenhuisen a few questions to test how much he knew about local trends and blackness, which saw a politician flourish in the answers. But he lost the plot when he answered the next question when Mac G's asked, "What is roadkill?" After a short moment of silence, Steenhuisen answered, "Sounds a lot like my ex-wife. Flat chicken." This sent Twitter users into a frenzy as they called for heads to roll into the political party because of Steenhuisen's comment. This in the heart of Women's Month. The DA posted a promotional clip of Steenhuisen on the show with Mac G, but Tweeps were not impressed. And Steenhuisen ended the interview saying he wants to be remembered as somebody who stood up every day to make a difference and make South Africa a better place. Hey man, please get into the comment section and tell me what's your view on this topic that we have just talked about. I personally think that Mac G's grandeur got into this guy's veins and he started talking the truth. As you know, that grandeur is known as a truth serum. And that was our last topic. If you like what we're doing and love our content, kindly smash on that like button. But if you're new with us, kindly subscribe, like, share, and tell your friends that we are here. And it's the end of our show. Goodbye.